What up, Jippers? L-Plays back once again for some more Waking Titan update news. It has not stopped since yesterday, guys. 2 videos on the channel yesterday. 1 Waking Titan recap about all the weird, evil madness that has been going on over the last couple of days. And of course, the second video, super exciting. We got the new box art release, which has me so hyped right now. Today at work has been the slowest day of my life. I just wanted to get home, make more videos, look into more stuff that's been going on. But since then, there's been some very cool developments that I had to make a video about. Mainly because I am now officially part of the ARG, which is just so freaking awesome. I am like, I'm on such a high right now. So many cool things are happening all at once. It's just a great time to be a No Man's Sky fan. So let's do this. Okay, so before we start, I once again want to address this event that's coming up on Thursday, May the 17th. At 6:30 PM EST, which is 3:30 PM PST time. Make sure you are tuned in to the official Xbox YouTube channel, because there's going to be an Inside Xbox show starting, and on that show we are going to get brand new details that have not been leaked yet, that we've not heard about before. We're going to get brand new information about the No Man's Sky Xbox release. So I'm very excited about that. I'm thinking we might even get a chance to see developer interviews, maybe even some words from Sean Murray himself, something like that, and possibly some details. I'm pretty sure we're definitely going to get the Xbox release date confirmed. I think we already know it's July 24th anyway, but this will be the first time it's officially announced. But I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more to it than that. And things are really ramping up with the ARG. We've had the cover art leak. We've had loads of stuff going on with Wear. So I really feel like, I've mentioned it a few times, I feel like it's all coming to a head now. And I could honestly see the update dropping any minute now, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, because there have been significant updates to Waking Titan and some very cool clues that have been unlocked since yesterday, including me being officially recognized and referenced as part of the actual ARG itself. So that's it. Make sure you attend that event, make sure you're watching it, make sure you're ready for that awesome news, and let's carry on with what's happened with Waking Titan. So if you remember in my last recap video that was out yesterday, they explained everything that had happened up to this point. The latest thing we had was obviously the revelation that Wear were killing people in the experiments they were doing. Pretty much, in my opinion, confirmed my theory, which was quite a big deal and is quite important for what I'm about to talk about in a minute. So keep that in your mind. My theory that Wear were the big baddies behind everything that's going on may just be pretty much right. So yeah, keep that in mind. But then other than that, we had the Myriad status update. All that did was tell us that the Wear had now transferred their operations over to Beijing. So that kind of ended things. I thought that was it. The video came out yesterday. Then we had the box art. Everything went mental. Really exciting stuff. And then I was like, there can't be any more Waking Titan stuff for a couple of days now, surely. So I went to sleep thinking nothing was going to happen. And my gosh, was I wrong, guys. Holy hell's bells, was I wrong. So what has actually happened since then in that short amount of time? So the first thing that happened was late last night, WakingTitan.com updated once again with a new status command. So you went in there, type status, hit enter, and a new code comes up. It said code -5, command center v12 crashed, new memo received. And we literally, just like that, got this brand new memo out of nowhere, late last night when I thought there was no way anything else could happen. Bam, we get this awesome memo. So this memo has got a little subheading on it called Project Wear, status active, timeline on schedule. It's an internal memo, and it's from Major Sophie Dubois, and it's to Elizabeth Layton. Elizabeth, if you remember, is from the Atlas Foundation, way back now in the ARG. It's been a while since we heard from her. Another reference to her, bringing her back, and that's not the only thing. So let's dive into this letter and this memo and what it actually said. Hi Elizabeth, the situation is being contained, but as you know, it is very delicate. Many of the users stuck in the system are showing major side effects after being disconnected. We're talking about permanent brain damage and even death. We've done our best to allocate all available resources to support their application and find a solution to gracefully disconnect users. I don't trust that they have been transparent with us, or that they've shared all the facts about their technology and testing facilities. I feel like they know more than they're telling us. Maybe we could put the CSD team on that. Think about it. Those kids could really give us a hand. This memo is pretty freaking awesome. I also have to bring up another of my favorite topics, Emily. That's right, guys. They're bringing Emily back into the ARG, like back into it properly. Another reference to her. It's been quiet from her for a very long time, but here she pops up again. The impact on Myriad has severely damaged her communication and precognitive subroutines. I am setting up a stream from the precognitive subroutine, terminal command precon 007. It will probably get mostly junk data, but I suggest we keep an eye on it. Emily previously had a 4 to 6 day forecasting capacity with quite good accuracy, but now I don't know how badly her software has been damaged. Sophie. So that was the memo we got. Top secret memo, just bam out of nowhere, dropped late last night while I was like in bed. And I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff in there. So there's a direct reference to the CSD, which is pretty freaking awesome. Them saying they should put us on it and get us to help, which is really cool. Nice little shout out to us. Well done. But also, obviously, the reference to Emily is really cool. That's kind of exciting, and I'm excited to see where that goes next. But the key thing that I latched onto straight away, I saw this and I was just like, yes, my theory is so freaking right when I saw this. It says, I don't trust that they have been transparent with us, or that they've shared all the facts about their technology and testing facilities. Quite clear in my opinion that they're talking about here, so this message going back to Elizabeth at the Atlas Foundation, is they're clearly talking about Where, right? It's Project Where. That's what this memo is talking about. It's a report back to Elizabeth at the Atlas Foundation, basically saying, where are baddies? L-Plays told us this. Where are the bad guys? Basically, Atlas Foundation are starting to realize they can't trust Where are hiding stuff from us. They're not telling us the truth. They know more about this technology, and they've got a hidden agenda that we don't know about. So that is pretty freaking awesome. That kind of confirms my theory. Unless something else is going to happen that's going to like throw a complete curveball, or there's going to be some unforeseen twist. But it certainly sounds like from this memo that the Atlas Foundation are now also realizing that Where are the bad guys. So maybe Major Sophie Dubois watched my theory video, who knows. So yeah, that was the first like pretty significant thing that we got just bam out of nowhere. But there's more, guys. There is more to it than just this. So after we'd read this memo, after people had looked at it and digested it and figured out what to do next, it was clear that the clue in there was this code, this precon 007. So they went and typed that into wakingtitan.com, bam, hit enter, and then you get a precon data dump. And that came up with 4 separate links that led to new images. So I'm going to show all of those images. They're a little bit like, you know, typical Waking Titan stuff. They're like super distorted, hard to make out what they're doing. People had to kind of like download them, Photoshop them, edit them all together to try and make sense of anything that was going on. But yeah, that's what we did. So here they are. So once these images had been looked at, photoshopped, edited together, and properly like decoded for the clues that were hidden within them, they basically all contained hex codes. So you translate the hex to text, and then you get basically a little text clue. Same as always, same old story of Waking Titan. And the first one, image 1, all we got from that was ETA unknown. Not really sure what that means. The picture for image 1 had the word USA written on an envelope. So maybe something happened in America at some point. The ETA has not been established yet, so that could be a clue to some sort of live drop or some reveal or some announcement. Something maybe is going to happen in the USA, but we've not been given a date for that yet. It's just a complete tease. Now the next one, image 2, the clue we got from that was ETA May 18 to 19. So in a couple of days, May the 18th to May the 19th, something is going to happen. It's either going to be a Waking Titan thing, or it's going to be some sort of release or update or announcement or reveal or trailer or something to do with the game. I don't know what it could be, but something is going to happen May the 18th, May the 19th. And of course, we've got the Xbox Inside Xbox show on the 17th. Well, kind of 17th. I think it will run into the 18th because it starts quite late. So maybe it's referencing that, or it could be after that stream something big's going to happen. I'm really thinking at this point, honestly, that next could drop in like the next couple of days. That could even be what this is talking about. That speculation, don't get too excited. I'm just saying the way things are ramping up, maybe that could happen. But either way, something is clearly going to happen on May the 18th and 19th. We don't know what yet, but cancel everything that you're doing at those dates, guys. Something's going to happen. Now, the next one I'm going to skip. So, image 3 we're going to come back to in a minute. But image 4, which has been put together to make this weird, like, almost like a hologram. Some people are actually thinking maybe the Wear dev kits that are being sent to people are going to contain one of these little hologram contraptions. You know, like just the little glass thing that has a light inside it. Quite a basic hologram, not like some super high-tech thing. But maybe that's going to, like, come to the Wear developer people and give them a little clue. That would be really cool if that's, like, how we get the next clue. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the thing from that, when it was decoded, also said ETA unknown. So whatever that image is teasing, whatever that image is a clue for, is something that's going to happen again soon, but we don't know when. We're not being told. Now, back to image 3. This is like, oh, this is so cool. So I mentioned at the start of the video, I am now officially part of the ARG lore. I have like properly been referenced and like brought into the story of Waking Titan, which is just the best feeling ever. Had me so freaking hyped. Like, we got the box art, I was going crazy about that. Waking Titan was already going mental, and now this, like, I am just having a great time, guys. So what did the hex code translate to? It said, "Is L Plays Gaming right?" question mark. So basically saying, am I right? Is L Plays right? And people were like, what does this mean? It was really funny because I had somebody message me on Twitter saying, is L Plays Gaming right? Obviously, like, they were trying to tell me that I'd been referenced in the ARG, but I was laying in bed, I had no idea what was going on, so I just replied on Twitter being like, always, with a like little wink face, just thinking if they were asking if I'm right about one of my theories or something. So like, I didn't even notice that they were trying to tell me like, dude, you're in the ARG. I had no clue what was going on, and then a couple more people messaged me being like, you're in the ARG, they've referenced you in the ARG, and I was just like, this is insane. I don't know what this means. I don't know what's happened. Like, I've not been contacted about anything. I don't know what this is about. And then obviously, like, once I took a second to calm down, I've realized, is L Plays Gaming right? They're obviously talking about my theory video, which I'm hoping most of you guys have seen by this point. It's the theory where I dive into Wear being the evil baddies behind all of this, right from the beginning of the ARG, manipulating all of these other companies, manipulating the Atlas Foundation, all of them, like from beginning to end, right up to now. I believe that Wear have been in the background pulling the strings, getting ready to unhatch their master plan and take over the world and trap us all in their headsets, and that's how we're going to end up stuck in the simulation of No Man's Sky. So that was my theory video. Didn't think much of it like after then, and then of course now this. So I'm pretty convinced that's what this is referencing. I'm pretty sure it's like a little nod to that video saying, is L Plays Gaming right? And if you put that like together with the memo saying that they don't, like, we can't trust these people, they're doing stuff with their tech, they've got a hidden agenda, I'm pretty sure that's also talking about Wear. It's all fitting really well, right? It definitely seems like Where are the bad guys? They're killing people, they're doing evil experiments, Atlas Foundation can't control them anymore, they're like, Atlas don't trust them anymore, you know? The Atlas Foundation are like getting worried about what they're doing and their motives and stuff. So I'm like, nailed it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited right now. So that was kind of like, that's what's happened just since my last video yesterday. Like, all of this stuff has happened. We got this new memo, all of these new images. I want to show these images again. Like, I want you guys to look at these images. What do we think about these images? Like, what can we decipher from them? Like, I'm not really sure. But yeah, like, I want to show these because I want to know what you guys think about them. Can you... At the moment, as far as I know, other than the hex code translation, no one's figured out what these clues properly mean. So yeah, like, any ideas, please tell me them. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing that happened. People that won the Wear dev kits have been given confirmation that their dev kits have been shipped to them, and they weigh 4 pounds in weight. So whatever's in the Wear dev kit, we don't really know yet until they start arriving, but we know now that it weighs 4 pounds in weight, and they have started sending them out to people. So hopefully very soon we're going to find out what's in them. And that's not it, guys. In addition to all of this crazy Waking Titan Wear stuff that's going on, Cobra TV, go over to Cobra's channel, check out his live stream to see more information about this. But Cobra just today has received in the post another clue directly from Alison Smith, and it's a book. He's been given a book called The Conscious Mind by David Chalmers. This is like We don't really know why. It just came out of the blue. He just received it. He wasn't expecting it. Just out of nowhere, bam, he gets this book from Alison Smith. So we can only assume this is another clue to whatever's going to happen next. The Conscious Mind is basically a philosophy book, and it's all about like the explaining consciousness and what is the conscious mind, what makes up consciousness. It's by an Australian philosopher called David Chalmers. So check that book out. Maybe there's a clue in there. I don't know if you guys can find any clues or if it's just a cool little tease about consciousness to do with all of the Ware stuff. But yeah, that's like bam, out of nowhere. Cobra gets something in the post again, and we've got a new clue. So yeah, I'm interested to see where that goes as well. But yeah, like, this is crazy, guys. I'm officially in the ARG. We've been given loads of stuff again, even though we already had loads of stuff. And we also had the box art reveal. And we've got this Inside Xbox live show tomorrow that's going to give us loads of more detail. Don't... if the next update just drops in the next couple of days, if that's what happens on the 18th to the 19th, or if it's sometime real soon, like, I'm calling it. I think it's going to happen any minute now. It's just going to be bam, we're going to get the trailer, and then the update's going to come out of nowhere. I really feel like we're getting up to that. I could be wrong. We could still be ages off. The summer lasts for a long time, so who knows? Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, that's all that's happened. I wanted to make this video just to cover the recap of everything, and of course I had to make a video about this because I've now officially been referenced and I'm just fangirling out like crazy. Honestly, it's just like, this has been my favourite phase of the ARG, like so badly. The London live drop was like the coolest thing I've ever done as anything to do with gaming in my life. Like, I'm meeting all of the other No Man's Sky fans there, like sharing that with you guys on the live stream, like getting involved in that like way properly was just so much fun. And then now all of this stuff has been crazy, and now I've been referenced, and I'm just like, I'm having a really good time now, guys, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this phase as much as I am, because it has been an absolute blast, and I am super excited to actually get the next update and start playing it non-stop. So yeah, that's it for Waking Titan updates. That's it for me being referenced. All of that stuff's been covered. Make sure you watch the Inside Xbox live show, and I've said it 100 times, but that's going to be good. Like, I've just got a feeling, guys. I can't explain why, but just make sure you're watching that. I feel like that we're going to get some really good information out of it. Now, there are a couple of other things I want to very briefly touch on just before I end this video. One of them, just because I'm pretty sure you're going to start seeing people make videos about it very soon. I think it's nonsense. I think you should ignore it. I think it's got no substantial basis. But there's a website called GameFix, and on there, and also on Reddit, there's been supposedly a leak of all of the E3 press conference games and shows that are going to be showcased, and I'll show this on here. I really don't think this is, just ignore this. I think it's fake. Some of the games on here, there's just no way. Completely nonsense. It's not happening. Someone's made this up for a bit of attention, but you're going to start seeing it because people are going to latch onto it, because that's what people do. But yeah, the reason why am I talking about that is because if you go down on this supposed leak, which is in my opinion quite clearly fake, you'll see on there, which is really weird, under the Sony section, so this is supposedly what the Sony press conference is going to be at E3, on there it says No Man's Sky Coalescence reveal trailer. So people saw this first and were like, holy hell's bells, is next just a code name? Is the real name for the update Coalescence? Are we going to get a reveal trailer like on the main stage at E3? Is Sean Murray going to be back there like showing it off? Is it going to be even bigger than we thought, like for Sony to bring them back on stage and stuff? And this name Coalescence, so I think like Coalescence means a collection of things like coming together as one, basically, like merging together. So that could be like, I don't know, a metaphor for like all the missing elements, all the little broken pieces or whatever in the code that were never realized, all being like brought together and fully realized for like a rebirth of the game. Whoever's made this fake leak, I think, has obviously put a bit of thought into it around that stuff, but I'm pretty sure this is not real, so don't take this seriously. The dates on here are not even the right dates for the conferences, and some of the stuff on here is like quite, in my opinion, it's quite clearly like a joke or or fake. Like, I just don't see it happening, guys. Honestly, like, if you want my opinion, ignore this. The only reason I'm talking about it is because you're going to start seeing it. People are going to start tweeting it. People are probably going to start making loads of videos on it saying it's the massive news for No Man's Sky. There's a new code name. It's not called Next anymore. It's going to be at the main stage on E3. And I just wanted to say, probably not true. So yeah, take that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, you've seen it. We've covered it. We've talked about it. I'm not going to talk about it ever again. So yeah, guys, that's it for news. That's all of the stuff that I wanted to cover. I wanted to talk about the Wake Titan updates. I wanted to remind you all to go to the Xbox channel and watch the show tomorrow. And I also wanted to mention the E3 leak, which is, in my opinion, very clearly fake, just so you don't get fooled by it in the next couple of days, because, you know, there's some jippers out there, guys. So yeah, that's it for news. If you want to switch off now, that's fine. There is one other thing that I want to talk about in this video that has also been like, it's been a great time for me over the last couple of days, I have to say. It's been really awesome. Like, the No Man's Sky community has always been like my favorite community that I've ever been a part of, and you guys have always been great, and everyone on Twitter and Reddit and everywhere, like eTark, CSD, it's just such a great community of people and a fan base around this game. But yeah, it turns out on Reddit, and this has really surprised me, so on Reddit there is on the RNMS Federation subreddit, there's a No Man's Sky Hall of Fame thing going on. So basically the way this works is people, ambassadors of the No Man's Sky community, people that they feel like valuable community members that have contributed in some way to the No Man's Sky community, have kind of been shouted out, given like a little nod, and people have voted on loads and loads of different people from all different kinds of places, like YouTube, Twitter, Reddit people, Discord mods, people that make artwork, people that like moderate threads and stuff, like all kinds of stuff, Twitch streamers, like everything. People have just been voting for them to like basically select a Hall of Fame for 2018 of No Man's Sky community members. And like, this idea is really, really cool, so I just wanted to show it off anyway. But I have actually, like, somehow to my surprise, Reddit's hit and miss for me personally. Like, sometimes people on there seem to like me, and most of the time they hate everything I do. But yeah, I've been chosen for this list of like Reddit Hall of Fame people for the No Man's Sky community, and I just wanted to basically say like thank you to anyone. If anyone here like voted for me on there, or anyone had anything to do with this on Reddit, it was just really cool. It's like the icing on the cake of these last couple of days and all the cool stuff happening. So yeah, I just wanted to like shout that out and say a huge thank you to anyone that did support me in that, because I don't know, it was just nice, you know. It was like I've always like thought of myself as just a part of this community, and not really thought about it too much. Like, never really thought I've been that useful, really, compared to some of the stuff that like solve the puzzles in Waking Titan, or like do really, really clean and crisp, like super detailed updates on everything and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, this was just really nice to see. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Honestly, that was, yeah, it was really cool. And of course, that's enough tooting my own horn. I just want to give a little shout out to everybody else on here as well. There's a couple of names on here that anyone from the YouTube crowd would definitely recognize. Ray Rod's on there, Cobra's on there. Like, yeah, I mean, anyone who's on this list, like, props to them. Go check them out if you don't know any of these people, because some of these people are like mostly active on Reddit, or they only do Twitter or something like that. You know, it's not like this is all YouTubers or anything. But yeah, like, shout out to these people, all really cool members of the No Man's Sky community. So yeah, I'm gonna just like show that list as we end the video, but make sure you go and check those guys out, and just, yeah, go and thank them for being a part of the community. But yeah, that's enough babbling for me, guys. I already know I'm going to have to edit this video like crazy, and it's still going to be far too long. I just can't help rambling, and it doesn't help when I'm super excited like I am now. I just talk too much, I'm sorry. But I hope you guys have found this video, if not useful, at least somewhat entertaining. And of course, I'm definitely going to be catching you in some more videos very soon, because more things are going to happen, guys. Alright, take care of yourselves, and peace.